Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now tonight we're going to continue the week's round of the casting call. We sent our contestants out to do field pieces, and Tobie Brown went and talked with a master distiller about Kentucky's native spirit. Take a look.
Hey Kentucky, it is Tobie, and guess what? Today we are going to be talking about our native spirit here in Kentucky, bourbon. I've gotten in touch with Brent Elliott, who is a master distiller, and he's going to share all of his wealth and knowledge and talk all about bourbon. Follow me. How did you become a master distiller, Brent?
Well, it's not something that you go to school for. There's really no formal career path that leads to being the master distiller. My background's in chemistry, so I've always liked science. Grew up in Kentucky, so I've always liked bourbon. I was hired from the laboratory and the quality control aspect of it, and that led to the mingling, the blending, barrel selections, that sort of thing, and I sort of grew with the company.
Okay, now, truthfully, I think that you're kind of a cool guy, Brent, but in reality, you said chemistry and labs. I think that kind of makes you a little bit of a bourbon nerd, so to speak. But how did you develop your sophisticated palate?
Inevitably, you're going to start to see the nuances, pick up on the differences between certain barrels, and learn how they can work together and what makes a quality product.
Well, I'll just refer to him as a bourbon snob. Oh, I mean connoisseur, bourbon connoisseur. How do you know when a barrel is ready?
It all depends on what product that barrel's going into. Older isn't necessarily better. If it's a product that's typically 5 to 6 years old, then that's the age range that we're looking for. And what we do is we're always sampling barrels, so it could be 100, 150 samples I might look at in a day. Now,
Brent, I already have a job, but you said 150 that you're tasting a day. Are you all hiring? What makes a good bourbon and a bad bourbon?
Come to the lab with me, and I'll show you. To make a good bourbon, it's pretty simple. You have to start with the best ingredients, and you have to have experience, obviously, and really just a sense of craftsmanship. This is up through and to the end of distillation. That is actually what comes off the still. It's white dog or distillate. So this happens in the course of 3 to 4 days. We get to this point from the grains in the water. Then the exciting and the patience comes into play, because this is what we're looking for. This is aged bourbon. With our hot summers and cool winters, the liquid goes into and out of the barrel. And when it does that, a lot of different things happen, but one of the things that you're seeing here visually, and a lot of what you're tasting, is it's extracting some of that color, or all that color, and a lot of the flavors from the wood to create what you know as Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Awesome. Can we take a little sip?
Please.
Well, cheers. Ooh, that's good. Yes, it is. Signing out. I'm Tobie, learning all about bourbon. Thank you so much. Hey Kentucky for watching.